I think art is like a poem, you know, or it's a jazz song. I mean, what's the jazz song about? It's about nothing, and it's about everything. A poem can be interpreted in a million different ways. You know, what does it mean to me? I could talk all day long. Water on a personal level has always been sort of friend and foe for me. I grew up on the ocean. I grew up surfing. That was a really big part of my life. I just get pleasure being around water like most people. But I've also had a lot of very scary and life-threatening experiences with water. So I do think that water is a great metaphorical place that does touch on vulnerability, how small we are in the presence of it. You know, the great depth of the sea, if you're swimming, there's a sense of the abyss in front of you. And I don't necessarily want that to be scary, but I think it kind of touches on, you know, the voyager in all of us. Even the people that are sleeping, I mean, for 8 hours at night, you know, the sheets are like the tide, and they take us somewhere else, to this weird place that none of us even know where we went. The root thing that I think that I'm attracted to and what I'm trying to paint is about escapism. It's about having a moment of hiding. It's about being out there on your own. The person in the water has to swim, has to move their arms to get to where they're going. The businessman he's out there on his own. He has to make a step forward to get to where he's going.
As paintings, they might look obviously quite different. Swimming pools and the ocean, bramble bushes and trees. But it's really about being immersed in nature as a whole, alone. This giant curvy structure, and you have no idea where it's going to shoot you out. And it's exhilarating, it's kind of scary.
I was painting with both hands, painting the canvases upside down. Some of the branches lead to nowhere. So I think it was a nice, visceral spreading of my wings just as an artist. Sort of like how nature is. You know, nature isn't perfect. It's full of twists and turns and broken limbs. And so I really enjoy just the joy of painting for painting's sake, and to lose all the expectations of following the rules. And I think some of that looseness then ultimately does inform the realism in some ways, the way I ended up painting the water later and adding crazier reflection. A long time ago, we put together a chronology of everything that I've ever painted. And painting number 7 and painting number 300 were 2 different artists. But when they were all lined up, it was really beautiful. Just each piece informed the next piece. So I'm more interested in releasing the pressure of having to think about what the next thing is and just trust that they all kind of birth whatever is going to happen next.